Hello, everyone. My name is Agnieszka. I represent Migam. And what we do generally, we make a connection between two words, the word of deaf people and the word of hearing people. Around 70% of deaf people have got problems with understanding what's written by a hearing person. I will give you an example of that. Okay. Please read and tell me if you understand this sentence, because this is a sentence written in a grammar based on sign language. Can I see the head movements? Do you understand or not? This is what this person meant, actually. So there is a difference. You can see that. So here are some facts about deaf people. I already told you that while I was waiting for it. And there is a huge problem because for those 70 million deaf people in the world, for one deaf person, there's like 4,700 interpreters. There is very limited number of us interpreters. And because of that, deaf people has a really big barrier of communication wherever they go. We, Migam, we understand the language of the deaf and their needs. These are some numbers of our results and our range. And fortunately, most of comments about us are positives, because we are very focused on our mission. Our mission is to eliminate those communication barriers. For example, one of our services is a sign language interpreter online service. It's called Migam Interpreter, and it's a service that is through a website, either a mobile application. From time to time, we check how our deaf users find it, if they like it, if they need some changes. So as this service is based on our own system, we can keep on developing it so that it meets the exact needs of deaf people. How did it start? Migam was established in 2010, and there is something that probably you don't know, that in Poland there are two kinds of sign language. One of them is the natural one, the one that deaf people use, and the other one is like sign language system. It's like one-to-one code combined with the spoken language. So it's like showing what you are saying in a grammar of the language you speak. So at the beginning, Migam was doing a dictionary of sign language, but first this fake language, sign language. And fortunately, Sławek, who is a deaf person, joined our team. And thanks to that, he told us, hello, this is not what you should do, because deaf people won't understand you. And fortunately, then we focused what we do on the natural sign language. Sorry, I got pretty nervous, as I told you. I'm not used to talk. So next year, thank you. Next year, 2012, when we fortunately were doing what we should do with the natural language, we got first award at Startup Heroes. And we started partnership with Microsoft. That was something that helped us to develop automatic sign language translator, what we started doing in 2013. I will tell you a little bit more in a moment. And we got some more awards. And last year, at the beginning of last year, we launched the service of sign language interpreter online service, Migam Interpreter. And what we want to do with that, we want to cooperate with all organizations in the world, because we don't find them as a competition. We believe that as we share the mission, then we should share what we already achieved, our system, our way of eliminating the communication barriers. Now we work with 15 sign language interpreters, so there are no other company in Poland that has so many sign language interpreters. This is how the Migam interpreters looks like from the website. So we give our client a piece of code in HTML language so that he can add it to his website. And thanks to that, whenever a deaf person comes, for example, to a bank, then a person working there can just press the button, connect with the sign language interpreter, and then the communication goes on. As it's a web service, then a deaf person can use it from home and can connect the sign language interpreter, so that sign language interpreter can make a phone call for this deaf person. This is how a mobile application looks like. So there's, for example, a deaf person can call any of our clients for free. For example, one of our clients is iTaxi. I met them downstairs. And it looks like from the web service, but it's moved to a mobile. What Migam is doing right now, we are in the middle of a crowdfund project. So we decided to sell a little bit of shares so that we can keep on developing what we are doing and as well our new projects. We've got 3 models of what we want to do. One of them is software franchise. So we want to share our technology with organizations working for deaf community around the world. Next thing we want to do is so-called, right now, Uber for sign language interpreters. So as each country has its own sign language, we want sign language interpreters to be able to register at one platform so that deaf people around the world can connect with any sign language interpreter. And next one is, the third one is Kinect Translator. This is automatic sign language translator. Because as I already told you, there's a problem that there are too few sign language interpreters, so it's still a communication gap. And a sign language translator will be something that will help that. This is, it's based on movement detection, movement detection technology, which is based on neural network. And now we have ready prototype. It's based on Kinect camera, and it's able to learn separate signs of sign language. And our next step that we want to start this year, is to make this system be able to translate sentences, the shorter ones, And later we want to move it into other devices like Kinect One and smartphones, for example, Google Tango. And later we hope that it will be used everywhere at banks, offices, so that deaf person will be able to be understood and to communicate. We are also involved in social projects from the very beginning. One of them is Khan Academy. I'm not sure if you know what it is, but these are educational movies, short movies, and we are the first one who decided to translate it into sign language so that deaf people can use it as well. These are some of our clients, the main ones. And our technological partners are T-Mobile, Google, with the project Google Tango, Arta, who is the author of the system of Migam interpreter, and Microsoft. This is our team. Przemek is the founder of Migam, and Sławek, I already mentioned him, he's a deaf person, the very first deaf director in Poland. And this is part of our team, because lately our team is still growing, especially with sign language interpreters. And that's all I wanted to say. Because of that, I was nervous. I rushed a little bit. So maybe there are some questions. Thank you.